YouTube, what's good, guys? Today's live is going to be on starts and sits, guys. Yes, I got starts and sits for every game. And I'm also here for questions that y'all have on Wednesday, guys. Yes, I usually don't go live on Wednesday, but hey, I'm feeling like in a great mood, so I want to get these starts and sits to you today, not tomorrow, guys. So I'm going to do my countdown. Guys, come in, ask your questions. I'm here for you. Appreciate everybody being here, as always. What's good, bro? What's going on, Second Take? What's good? He says, Higbee or Schultz? I'm going to have to say Higbee. I'm going to go with Higbee. He says Pitts or Schultz. I like Pitts. I'm going to play Pitts because I have Pitts myself, but I'm going to tell you to play Schultz because he just been playing better than Pitts right now. But I feel like Pitts is going to pick up, so I'm going to play Pitts. That's just my opinion. Second Take also says, IU got cut in one of my leagues. Going to add him. Yes, go add him right now. I'm not dropping no IU. I got 2 to 3 more weeks before I drop IU. That's just my opinion. Yep. Second Take says, Melvin Gordon, Murray, P. Ryan, Bowden, start 1. I think it's Melvin Gordon, bro. I mean, not Melvin Gordon. I'm sorry, Latavius Murray. And those are what I said because Melvin Gordon's in the split. I believe Murray can be, he's the primary back. So I like the way he's being used. So I'm going to say Latavius Murray. But it's close between him and Melvin Gordon. Second Take also says, do I pick up P. Ryan or Alex Collins and I drop Murray or Gainwell? Don't drop Gainwell, but if you want to drop Murray, I wouldn't do it for Alex Collins. You got Murray. He's a starting running back. Gainwell has a lot of upside. I wouldn't pick up P. Ryan. I don't like P. Ryan. I don't like Damien Williams. That's just my opinion. I'm not on those guys like everybody else is. Second Take says, I follow you on Twitter right now. All right. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. D Stu, my homie, the Cowboys Nation. He says, congrats on beating me last week. week 5. Any more, all my damn days be running together in 25 plus leagues. Yes, I know how it is, bro. I got my 12 leagues myself, and they all run together. But yeah, bro, it was a great game, bro. I enjoyed the competition. Kai, what's going on, Kai? Hey, subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. This is a great fantasy football community, cutting-edge content. Also, as you see on the bottom of the screen, the ticker, subscribe to my OnlyFans. But Kai says, someone offered me Mixon for Swift and Standard. Should I do it? What you think rest of the season? No, I'm not touching Mixon. And I really don't like Swift. So you really got the same type of player, so I wouldn't do it. I'm not going to trade Mixon for Swift. Swift stays hurt. I feel like you can get something better. You can go after a better running back that has more upside, like Trey Sermon. I'm okay with going after Trey Sermon. Elijah Mitchell, if he's the starter. So maybe you wait to do a trade. D. Stu says, Schultz has been getting consistent work. I agree. I was a John Luther. Yep, if you will, but it's clear that and Kellen Moore must trust Schultz. Yep, they do. They went on because Blake Jarwin, his injury, that knee injury, they kind of fading him out, but they're giving him a chance to get back too. But Schultz is the main tight end right now. They ain't waiting on Jarwin. Lindale, what's going on, bro? These two says, Ed Kai Smith, if you need a W now, do it. If your record's good, I'll hold on to Mixon. Hope he plays more healthy games than not. I agree with that too. That's why. Let me see, Kai. Let me see. I'm just Mixon and Swift both get hurt. But like he said, if you need a win and Mixon not playing and you 1-3, you can go get Swift to try to get a win this week. But you might not get the win, and that's going to even be worse when you stuck with Swift without no win. But I get with it. So if you need to win, go make a move for just one win. But guys, if you follow me and follow the stuff that I tell you, Mixon or Swift, I wasn't on none of these guys. So when people come to me like, what do I do with them? I'm like, I don't know what to do with the garbage. And I'm not calling you garbage or calling your team garbage, but I'm calling those players dealing with their stuff week to week is garbage. And I don't like dealing with that. I like a guy that's usually healthy. And if a guy that's usually healthy go down, I'm okay with dealing with that. But I'm not dealing with nobody reoccurring injuries from year to year to year. 5 years in a row, you get hurt and I'm still drafting you. I'm not doing it. Not as an RB. These two said, sorry, I'm going to eat lunch, been smoking a hella. How about them Cowboys? I love it. He said he hungry. He got the munches. These two said, draw and truther. Yes, I know you. I know what you meant, bro. These two said, get a time machine and don't draft him. I like it. So, guys, I'm going to give you some starts and sits. I'm going to go through some games, and after I go to a couple games, I'll check the comment section and see how many questions that I have. But let's start with, let's see here. Let's start with the Rams and Seahawks. So, Matthew Stafford is a start. And listen, if I don't mention them, that means they're sit, guys. I'm just only going to give you the starts of each game slate. So, for the Rams and Seahawks game, I'm starting Matthew Stafford, Darrell Henderson, Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, and Tyler Higbee. Yes, I said I'm starting Robert Woods. If you got Robert Woods, you got to start him. Because if you don't start him and you keep him on your bench, you're going to miss his boom game. You're going to miss his points. Don't have these guys like Robert Woods on your team just to bench him to say, look at my team. I got Robert Woods on the bench. No, you should have this guy playing. He's a starting receiver. So you start Robert Woods and Tyler Higbee and Cooper Kupp, Darrell Henderson, and Matthew Stafford. That's easy. Okay, from the Seahawks side, Russell Wilson, Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and whoever's starting at the Seahawks running back. If it's Carson, you start him. If it's Alex Collins, you start him. So, because this offense is efficient. So, guys, my stars and sits, I don't mean everybody's going to score 20 points. But if you got these guys, you got to start them. You don't sit these guys. That's how I do my stars and sits. It's kind of simple to me because I drafted certain guys. I'm going to go out there and play them and let the chips fall where they fall. I'm not going to try to get cute. Cooper Kupp or Robert Woods? Who should I start? No, you just go ahead and play the guys that you should play. So, yeah. So let me go on to my next game, the Jets and the Falcons. So from the Jets side, start Zach Wilson. Yes, he's a starter. Corey Davis. Yes, he's a starter. Michael Carter is a starter, and Jamison Crowder. So those are the four guys that you start from the Jets. On the Falcons side, you started Matt Ryan, and check this out. You also started Cordell Patterson and Mike Davis. So if you got any of those two, you got to start them. That's my opinion. Now, if you got Mike Davis and you got better running backs because you made some moves, then yeah, you can sit them on those teams. But just in a vacuum, and I don't know what you got to start Mike Davis because he's going to get some boom games. It's not going to be Cordell Patterson getting 3 touchdowns every week. Mike Davis will have some touchdowns and some multiple touchdown weeks. Also, Calvin Ridley and Kyle Pitts. You start those guys. So those are my stars and sits for the Jets and Falcons. Okay, let's go to the Patriots and Texans. So Matt Jones, you start him. Matt Jones, who? Matt Jones, who? Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all own me. Matt Jones, who? So Jacoby Myers, Damien Harris. You got to start Damien Harris this week against the Texans. You got to start him. And it's only one starter I got from the Texans guys. And y'all know who that is. That's Brandon Cooks. Ain't nobody else to start. I can tell you to start. Until Tyrod Taylor come back, I'm not telling you to start. Nobody else from that team. So let's move on. Lions and Vikings. The Lions and Vikings. So for the Lions side, I'm starting DeAndre Swift. I'm starting Jamal Williams. I'm starting TJ Hawkinson, and I'm also starting Quentin Cephas. I don't have Jared Goff as a starter because I feel like there's a lot of other quarterbacks out there that you can get that's going to be streamable that's better than Jared Goff. Jared Goff gives you a safe floor, but I'm not going to say starter. So, all right, let's go to the Minnesota side. Kirk Cousins, Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson. Those are 3 guys that I'm starting. If Madison plays, I'll start him too. But I'm not starting Dalvin Cook with an injury tag, with him coming in out of the game. Now, if you got no other choice to start him because that's the guy you with and you that's the only running back that you're going to play and they says that he's healthy, so you're going to start him, that's on you. But his floor is that's all he is a floor. He's not going to hit no 25, 30 points that you drafted Dalvin to do in the first round, the first 3 to 4 picks. So that's why I'm a 0 RB guy, because I know running backs go down. It's not that they bad players, they just go get hurt. And you can't get mad at it because it's football. So let's go to the Eagles and Panthers game. Jalen Hurts. So I'm going with the Eagles first. Jalen Hurts, Kenneth Gainwell. Yes, start Kenneth Gainwell if you got him. Devontae Smith. And if you got any of these tight ends, Dallas Goedert or Zach Ertz, you got to start them too. That's my opinion. So I'm starting Kenneth. A lot of people might not say start Kenneth Gainwell. I am, because I don't want him hitting this. I got a good enough team with to support Kenneth if he don't hit, like give me a nice floor of 10 or 12 points. So I'm okay with that. But if he go 25 points or 20, I got all that. Something happened to Miles in the game, I got all that. They in a 2-minute or they trailing, I got all that. All right, let's go to the Panther side. You starting Sam Darnold. You starting Sam Darnold. You starting Chuba. Yes, you starting Chuba. Unless CMC comes in there. And if CMC starts, which I doubt it this week, but you start Chuba because I don't think CMC is going to start. And DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson. Yes, I said Robbie Anderson. You got to play Robbie Anderson. You don't hold this guy on your bench, because when he goes for 30 points, you be like, man, Robbie went for 40 points and I had him on my bench. Well, that's your fault. You got a guy, you drafted him to start, you got to play him. Or if not, drop him or move him, or you just done with him. You just stash him on your bench. But I don't feel like, what's a stash and he's scoring 20 points on a stash? I don't like that. So let me go to the chat, see what the chat's saying. D. Stu says, 1 Swift share, and only because I auto-pick by timing out. I get it. Trust me, I'm on it. I'm the same way. I don't got no Swift. I got a lot of Williams, because Swift is going to go down. And when he go down, I'm going to have a bell cow ready to get all that work to win my championship. I said what I said. The second text said, I said what I said. You know it, bro. I said what I said. The second text says, you like Fields, Hill, or Lance to be your QB2 in one quarterback league? I like Fields rest of the season. I like Lance this week. If Lance is a starter for the rest of the year, he trumps Fields. But since Lance is only going to be a spot star just for 1 week, maybe 2 at the most, Fields is higher than him, because I'm putting the quarterback on my team that's going to play consistently and get better for the rest of the year, not just one spot star. So Hill is a backup to anybody. I like Taysom Hill on your team. You can play Taysom Hill. I said what I said, especially in the super flex. Put Taysom Hill in your super flex, and he can have 2 rushing touchdowns, and he can throw for 2 touchdowns. So I like Taysom Hill as a QB2. But if you got Hills, and if you can get Lance and Fields is probably going to be your go-to guy, and Lance is just going to be a spot star for you just for this week. D. Stu says, Davis Mills, minus 10 points. Ass is dead to me. I agree, bro. Yeah, I'm not playing. Only person I'm playing on Houston is Cooks. That's it. Ryan Hayes, what's going on, bro? Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Make sure y'all smashing that thumbs up button as you come in, guys. Let's get these likes up. Appreciate you being here, Ryan. But Ryan says, this guy said he would give me Jacobs and Waddle for Michael Thomas. Both would sit on my bench. So I don't know if I should just hold on to Michael Thomas and wait till his value increases or make this trade. Hold on to Michael Thomas, let his value increase, and then you might end up needing him for yourself. So I say hold on to him. That's not good enough. Waddle and Jacobs ain't done enough yet for me to make that move, bro. So you got the juice. Keep the juice. These two says they need to just rest Cook, play Madison. Yep, I agree. He's exactly right, guys. That's why I'm not touching no Cook. Not even if I had to start him. Like, I'm not doing that. I'd rather get Madison and let him and know that he's going to get the full workload. I'm looking for full workload backs when I got a Dalvin Cook. Like, I'm not going from no Dalvin and then now I got to play Dalvin in spot stars. Like, you didn't draft him for that. You don't draft a spot star guy in the first round, right? I'm not drafting no Kenneth Gainwell splitting carries with Miles Sanders in the first round. And I know that's a stream situation, but I'm just not doing it. I'm not. So if Madison is out, if Madison plays and Dalvin Cook sits, you play Madison. If Dalvin Cook is going to play, but he's going to be limited, I'm leaving that backfield alone. He says, hey, guys, what's going on, Matt? What's going on, bro? Glad to see you here as always. Loyal supporter. He knows his football. Joey Breen, what's going on, Joey? Joey says Damien Williams, Tyler Boyd, Robert Woods. I guess you saying I don't like Damien. I'm not saying Damien's a bad player. Damien can play good on a certain offense, but listen, he's a PPR guy. If Justin Fields throws it to him in the pass game, then yes, he should get 12 to 15 fantasy points. But if you think he's going to get 25 carries, I'm not picking up no Damien Williams for no 25 carries. And I told y'all that yesterday in my waiver wire video. So Tyler Boyd, I like Tyler Boyd. He's a PPR monster. Even though it's 3 receivers on there, if you drafted him, you knew it was 3 receivers already going to be on that team, you go ahead and keep Tyler Boyd and you play him because you drafted him. So, and he's going to be doing some work. You just, it's just what weeks he's going to do it. Nobody knows. But if you drafted him, you play him. And especially in PPR. And Robert Woods is going to pick up because people are going to take Cooper Kupp away. And Robert Woods is going to have to beat the single coverage. So I love Robert Woods going forward. Erase what happened in the past. Let's move forward with Robert Woods because people are letting Cooper Kupp beat him. And you see the Arizona Cardinals didn't let Cooper Kupp beat him. They took Cooper Kupp away and let Robert Woods score a touchdown. And I believe that trend keeps going forward, guys. Joey Bean said for flex, yes. So, okay. So out of those guys who want to put in the flex, I'm going to say Robert Woods. Second Take says Raiders defense or Minnesota defense? Let me see, man. Who's the best defense to use? You said Raiders defense or Minnesota. Let me see Minnesota. I'm going to say Minnesota. Because the Raiders I think Justin Fields has a good game. I think Justin Fields can put up 21 points. So I'm going to go outside the box a little bit. I'm going to say the Vikings defense. That's just my opinion. So, what's going on? Is that COVID? I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry if I'm killing your name, but I'm just gonna call you Glad to see you here, bro. Subscribe to the channel. Cutting edge information here. But says between Metcalf, Lockett, Hollywood Brown, and Deontay Johnson, what are the 2 receivers you would pick out of those options? Metcalf and Deontay Johnson. Metcalf and Deontay Johnson. What's going on, Tua? What's going on, bro? He said, what's up, TD? Ian Taylor said, what's up, bro? Hit that like button, guys. Yes, let's get these likes up. Let's get them up. We want the likes to be in the 30s. Let me see. Let me fix something here. Yeah, we want to get these likes up in the 30s, guys. So, let me see. Let me go to Second Take here. Second Take says, like him, can we hit 30 likes again? Yes. Like it, guys. Let's get them 30 likes again. So, guys, what did I end up with? I did the Panthers game. So now, before I get to any more questions, because I'm going to get to everybody's question, I'm going to do some more starts and sits. So, let's do the Browns and Chargers. So, for the Browns, Kareem Hunt, you starting. Nick Chubb, OBJ. Yes, I'm not putting Baker on there. I'm sorry. I like the Chargers defense. I think they're getting better. I said what I said. So, Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, OBJ. For the Chargers, and this is a Herm now, but it's Justin Herbert. So, you have to play these guys because he's willing and dealing. It almost reminds me of a little bit of Tampa Bay, but it's a little bit more consistent targets between those alpha guys. So Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler. Yes, Austin Eckler. Yes, Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler. Mike Williams and Jared Cook. So Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, Mike Williams, Jared Cook. You start those guys. I don't care how many of them is. You got to start them because these guys can have 2 touchdown games. So, yeah, guys. Let's go to the Giants and Cowboys game. For the Giants side, Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, and Kenny Golladay. That far as right now, that's what I'm telling you to start. I don't know what happens. If Sterling Shepard is out, maybe I throw Kadarius Toney in there. I said what I said. Kadarius Toney. If Sterling Shepard is out, but I need to see, so I need to wait. So right now, I'm just going to say Daniel Jones, Saquon, and Kenny. Yes, Kenny Golladay is starting right now. You need to play him. Daniel Jones is, he's rising to the occasion. He knows what Kenny Golladay is. He's learning how to throw him the ball. I knew that Daniel Jones was really good. That's why the Mannings, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning bragged on him coming out of college from Duke because Guthrie, the Duke coach, talked a lot about Daniel Jones being very smart. And you see it. He can't hold on to the ball. He's got better, guys. So I like this offense going forward. The Giants about to do some sneaky stuff. I said what I said. But let's get to the Cowboys side. Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, now Amore Cooper, it looks like he's going to be out. But if he starts and he's healthy, you got to play him. But it looks like he's going to be not a healthy scratch, but a scratch. And Zeke Elliott, Tony Pollard, and Dalton Schultz. Listen, I know that's a lot of guys, but like I said, this offense is kind of like the Tampa Bay and the Chargers. You have to play these guys because you drafted these guys high. Now, Dalton Schultz, you don't have to, but he's a tight end. And you know tight ends are very rare out there that scores you 10 points. So that's why I said Dalton Schultz. Tony Pollard balling out his mind. He's giving you a floor of 10 points by every week. Zeke is having a little bit of a knee injury, so who knows what they do with the snap count. That's why I like Tony Pollard and CeeDee Lamb and Dak. So let me get to the chat. These two said, hell no, hold on to Michael Thomas. I agree 100%. Hold on to Michael Thomas. D. Stu says, forget Jacobs. Y'all see what he said. He don't want no Jacobs, and I agree with him 100%. I'm not big on no Jacobs. Monty Williams, what's going on, bro? He said, what's good, TD? What's good, bro? Second Take says, over under 10 for Pitts this week. Over. I'm going over all day, bro. I'm starting. Pitts is a starter for me. Says Hawkinson or Knox for this week. You got to go Hawkinson. You can't get cute and try to go Knox. You got to go Hawkinson. He's the most premier tight end than Knox. So you put more capital in him. If you're not gonna play him, you need to go ahead and trade him. That's how I look at it, bro. Kevin, what's going on, Kevin? What's going on, bro? Ian Taylor says Collins or Samaje Perine if the league's running backs are out. Collins all day long. I like Collins over Perine. I don't want none of Perine. I don't want none of Damien Williams. Reason why? Because this guy's not going to get the full workload. You got Chris Evans coming in, and you got Khalil Herbert. Now, goal line, Samaje Perine and Damien Williams will get the touches. But how many times they going to get right there by the goal line and be able to get those carries? So I say no. I don't want none of Samaje. I say Collins. Okay, let me go. Let me scroll up. Let me get to where I'm at. Okay. Kevin, what's going on, Kevin? Kevin said, is Gaskin droppable? Yes, you got to move on. You can't wait on him no more. It's over for him. I'm not saying it's over for the rest of the year, but as far as your team, you got to move on, bro. You got to keep moving. Because wait a while, you can't stay stagnant. Somebody going to pick a player that you could have got, and it's going to make you lose a game or lose a week. Matt L says, I don't think he's droppable. Yeah, if you can stash him, but what you going to do with him, Matt? People just can't have him on this bench. Say, look, I got Gaskin. He's going to hit. And he don't hit for you. You could end up being 6 and 7 and missing the playoffs waiting on Gaskin. But I get it. If you got enough bench space, you stash him. What's going on, Ja? Hey, I'm pretty sure I've seen you here before, bro. But subscribe to the channel if you're new. This is cutting edge content, bro. Great a great fantasy football family here. I'm telling you, we help each other out. Got plenty of guys in the chat that knows fantasy, bro. But subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the like button, Ja. But Ja says, do you think Alvin Kamara would be a bust this year with his lack of receptions and Taysom Hill in the full PPR league? And Taysom Hill as well. Taysom Hill is going to be fine. Taysom Hill is Taysom Hill. So you have Taysom Hill and you put him on your bench for crazy weeks or whatever happens. But Alvin, he's not a bust. I don't like putting him as a bust, but his production is going to be a bust this year, bro, because they don't have Drew Brees. Drew Brees that know how to check it down and know how to read the defense before they even snap or even before they go out there on the field. Drew Brees has studied your defense. So it's different with Alvin Kamara now. That's why he's getting 20 carries instead of 20 touches. So I would say that let Alvin get a good game and then move on from him and get you something nice. Go get Saquon. But let Alvin have a boom game or something first. Or if you can see something that you can get now, go ahead and make that move. But Alvin is not going to have – he's going to have some boom weeks, but it's not going to be like the 5 game. You know, Alvin will go for 30 points on you 5 weeks in a row. I don't think he's going to do that this year. That's just my opinion. Kevin says, like the stream. Yes, guys, let's get the likes up in here. Let's go. We got 19 people in here. We need 19 likes. I appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Great fantasy football channel, cutting edge content, guys. And make sure you go subscribe to my OnlyFans, guys. There, I do my stars and sits. Here, I'm just talking about it. Like I'm gonna mention the stars and sits. But if you go to my OnlyFans, it's listed there, guys. My stars and sits. And I also help you with your lineup weekly, guys. So go to my OnlyFans. Matt L says, you don't want to do something you'll regret later when he pops off. I don't know what's going on. He's currently a starter, but handcuff him on the bench. I agree. But everybody don't got that room on their bench space. But listen, guys, he's right. If you got room on your bench, you handcuff him. But I'm not saying play him. You definitely don't play him. So it's all about how much room you got on your team. Ryan Hayes, what's going on, bro? Ryan Hayes says, Logan Thomas on IR. Start Robert Tonyan or Ertz? Ertz all day. I love Ertz. Ertz. Madel says, the quarterback play for Kamara isn't good. So it's hard to say we saw this last year with Brees out. It's hard to say we saw this last year with Brees out. Yes, he's right. When Brees wasn't there, Alvin Kamara value goes down in a PPR league. So, like I said, man, you just gotta know what he is this year. Now, if you're in Dynasty, don't trade him because I think he got so much value. But for a redraft, yeah, you can trade him, bro. But wait till a boom game or go get something that you want right now if it's real nice. But it's got to be nice because it's Alvin Kamara. Just Dave, what's going on, bro? That's my homie, loyal subscriber. He said, just traded Keenan Allen, George Kittle, and Gaskin for Adams, Damien Harris. Thoughts? I like Devontae Adams, but Damien Harris, if he stays healthy, man, maybe later in the year they use him a little bit more. But right now he just seems like I'm just a runner, and PPR, that's not good, man. They floor is like 10 points. If you don't have any catches, it's hard to use you in a PPR league. So I like that you got Adams, but you gave up Keenan Allen. I think Keenan Allen picks up, man. I wouldn't pay attention to his numbers. I like the targets that he's getting. I like this offense, bro. I think Keenan Allen booms. But listen, you could be right. You could be on to something. Adams and Devontae gonna be Devontae, so you did great with that. But David could come on strong and finish you with 15 to 20 points later on in the season. So that's just my 2 cents on it, man. I really like Keenan Allen. I'm a Keenan Allen fan. So I give this trade a C+. That's just my opinion. That don't mean it's a C+, but I'm gonna give it a C+. Matt L says Tonyan. I'm not on Tonyan. I'm leaving Tonyan alone. He's just a touchdown bust tight end like most tight ends, so he's nothing special. So people who spent capital on him, drafting him, and higher than like a lot of other tight ends, probably was a mistake because he's just a touchdown or bust type player. Ertz isn't even a tight end one. No, but he's getting peppered and bombarded with targets. And I call that because he's 2 tight ends on this team. So I feel like Ertz gonna get 6 or 7 targets. So to me, I'm playing him if I got him on my team. If I don't have a better tight end, if I got a better tight end, yeah, he's not playing. But I like Ertz. Ja says, I'm not sure if I should try to trade Kamara away or not. Yeah, you should try. If you're not going to use them, or just sit pat and wait for the boom games. It's whatever you need, bro. Whatever you want to do. It's your team. You the one know your team and what you're trying to do, and you the one need to get those wins. So if you need to trade them, you trade them. Matt L says, hey, Just Dave, I like it. It's not a steal, but it's solid. Yeah, I love Keenan Allen. I think Keenan Allen ain't hit his ceiling yet. I mean, y'all ain't seen the best games of Keenan Allen yet. He's going to have some really good games. They've been playing some tough teams. Ian Taylor says, do you put your Thursday night players in the flex or a designated slot so that you have more versatility on Sunday games? No, I don't put them in the flex. I try to use my flex for later on in the week. I'll put them more in a solid, like just a running back spot. Because if you use them in the flex, if you got to go to a wide receiver and you get on your receivers is filled up, you ain't got nobody to play. So if you leave your flex open, you can put anybody there, a tight end, a receiver, whatever, running back, whatever. So that's why I leave my flex open for Sunday. I don't put my Thursday players in the flex because something could happen and can't pivot because you got your players locked in. Good. That's a great question, Ian. Really, really great question. Matt L says, do you think Bateman comes out and takes the wide receiver one spot? Yes. But Marquise Brown still is a fantastic wide receiver too. Marquise, because that's what he is. He's a big play guy. So yes, I do think Bateman comes out and takes the wide receiver one spot. So guys, let me go through some of my stars and sits. Let me see, what did I stop at? Yeah, I think I stopped with the Titans and Jags game, right? Did I stop at that? No, I didn't. I think. Let me see where was it. Yeah, okay, I know where I'm at. So I'm gonna start with the Colts and Ravens, guys. So listen, for the Colts, who you starting? Jonathan Taylor or Naheem? If you got Jonathan Taylor or Naheem, you have to start him because I'm not starting Carson Wentz. So you got to start the running backs there. So Michael Pittman, and here's my little caveat: I will start Mo Alley Cox. I think they seen something last week. They're going to use them a little bit more. So you can start Mo Alley Cox. As far as the Ravens side, it's easy. Lamar Jackson, Marquise Brown, Mark Andrews, and Latavius Murray. Rashard Bateman, I'm going to hold off on him for one more week. I'm not going to tell you to start unless you need a start, but I will hold off. But so right now, just Lamar Jackson, Marquise Brown, Mark Andrews, and Latavius Murray. Okay, let's go to the 49ers and Cardinals game. So the 49ers side, Trey Lance, Trey Sermon, or Elijah Mitchell. It just depends. If you got Elijah Mitchell is a full health and he's going, and Trey Sermon's full health, and you got Elijah Mitchell, don't worry about Trey Sermon. You still play Elijah Mitchell because you don't know what's going to happen. That's just for this week. So unless you got better running backs, you start Elijah Mitchell. Same thing with Trey Sermon. And Deebo Samuel and George Kittle. I don't got Brandon Ayuk in there because he's a stash, so I'm going to just hold off on starting Ayuk this week because he just haven't had the targets to see what it's going to be yet. All right, let's go to the Cardinals side. Kyler Murray, easy, right? Chase Edmonds, you got to start him PPR monster. The standard, you can maybe not start him, but you start Chase Edmonds. D-Hop, and A.J. Green. Those are the easy starters. The rest of these guys, you can play Rondale Moore. You can play Max Williams. They're part of an elite offense, but I'm not going to put them in my starters. That's just me because these guys are second-tier players. D-Hop, A.J. Green, Chase Edmonds, and Kyler Murray are the prime guys. I like James Conner, but I'm not going to put him in the start. You just have to fill that out for yourself. If you got James Carter and you need a start, you got to fill that out for yourself. He's not a start guy because he's splitting with a guy. Some games he might get 20 carries. Some games he might get 6 carries. So I'm not going to just put him in the start. I don't know the game script yet. Bills, Chiefs. So for the Bills side, Josh Allen, that's easy. Zach Moss and Devin Singletary. If you got Zach Moss, you play him. If you got Devin Singletary, I think you play him too. unless you got something better. So it's okay to play these guys. Stephon Diggs, that's easy, and Emmanuel Sanders. So Josh Allen, Zach Moss, Devin Singletary, Stephon Diggs, and Emmanuel Sanders. For the Chiefs side, which is another easy one, Pat Mahomes, CEH, just CEH, you got to start him, and Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. I'm holding off on Josh Gordon. I got to wait and see. So before I move on, I'm going to get to the comments, guys. Tua, he said, bruh, should I cash in on Jonathan Taylor good week and trade him? Or do you think he's going an RB1 going forward? Also have Waller, Keenan Allen, Godwin, DK, Mahomes, Sanders. I'm 2-2 in 4 PPR. It depends on what you can get for him, Tua. If you can get a bell cow from him, like a Saquon or Antonio Gibson or somebody on that upper level, then yeah, I do it. But if I can't get nothing for him, if I feel like I'm getting scraps, I'm gonna hold on to him because he will pick up later in the season as it gets cold. Ryan, what's going on, Ryan? Ryan Del Rosario, what's going on, bro? Subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you already subscribed, I apologize, but thank you for tuning in, bro. Make sure we smash the like button, guys, and make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're new. And also my OnlyFans. But Ryan says, what's up, bro? Pick one. Hollywood Brown, Antonio Brown, Devontae Smith, IU, Emmanuel Sanders. Antonio Brown. Yep, Antonio Brown. Matt L says, I flip Michael Thomas, Renfro, and Quentin Cephas for Justin Jefferson. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. I think that's a great trade. That's a B+ right there. D. Stu says, man, I agree with most of your takes, but I can't endorse Danny Dimes. Not going to do it, okay? Not for real football success. Okay, I got you. But anyway, but he's good for fantasy with the rushing floor. Yes, bro, but the way he's been playing lately, you got to give it to him, D. Stu. He's getting better. So if he's where he's at right now, where do you think he'll be in 4 more weeks? He could be an elite quarterback as far as where his numbers is at. Not saying he's elite better than Aaron Rodgers or anything, but his numbers could be elite. So I agree with you. It don't look good, but I got to give a guy respect when he's playing good, and that's what I'm doing. So I agree with you, D. Stu. Matt L says, what do you think of Devontae Adams for Saquon and do that? That's the trades that I'm making. I told one of my guys that I had a consultation with, he asked me what should he do with Devontae Adams. I said, go after Saquon and Gibson. Go after Saquon and Gibson. That's the stack. I'm telling you, for later in the season, that's the stack. That's the stack. I'm telling you. Saquon and Gibson. I love that, Matt. I love it, bro. A+. A+. And that's just my opinion. Just my opinion. But I call it an A+. Okay. Matt L says, I don't have a single good running back. Okay. So, yeah, you should trade Devontae Adams and go get Saquon and Gibson. I would do that, bro, if somebody would give him up. These two says, I do like Kenny G and Kadarius Toney, especially if other wide receivers are out. But even as I stash a desperate, and I'm desperate for a wide receiver, he should get more work as the season goes on. So, yeah, he's saying, like, other than wide receivers out, but even as a stash of desperate at wide receiver, he should get more work as the season goes on. And I think he's talking about Kadarius Toney, and I agree with that. Kadarius Toney is a guy that I'm picking up. I picked him up in almost all my leagues. He said P. Ryan. He ain't messing with no P. Ryan. I agree. I ain't messing with none of those guys. I agree 100%. D. Stu said mixing plays. Yes. Yeah, hopefully he does. Because he getting that bag. He got to play just for a little ankle injury. D. Stu says, Gaston, if you can find a ham sandwich, take it. He said, forget Gaston. My homie Richard Watkins. What's going on, bro? Glad to see you here, Richard. But Richard says, guys, Richard's probably going to be writing for me. I got my website up now, and Richard probably is going to be writing for me, but we still working out some things on that. But Richard says, Khalil Herbert can be a sleeper, especially if Williams is not 100%. I agree. That's why I told people I like Khalil Herbert over Damien Williams, because Damien Williams, you're going to put too much pressure on him. Oh, come on, Damien, be a bell cow. And then he go out and get you 12 points. Khalil Herbert get you 12, 15 points coming off the bench, being a PPR guy or a satellite back. You happy with that. So I agree with you totally, Richard. You're 100%, bro. Yep, these two agree with you too. Says, how do you think Metcalf would play against Jalen Ramsey? He burnt him last year. Remember, he beat Jalen Ramsey deep last year, if I'm not mistaken. So DK I'm not worried about Jalen Ramsey against DK. That's why I drafted DK. He's so big. I'm not worried about no even big corners. I'm not worried about it. He's gonna be okay. Especially when he get real easy matchups. He's going against Jalen today. So I got his expectations down a little bit, but I still feel good that he could get 15 to 20 points for me. And I'm okay with that in my scoring format. Stevie Wynn, what's going on, bro? He said, what's good, bro? He said, what you think about next against zone or defense? You got to play him. If you got him, I love Arizona defense, and I got Trey Lance in another league, and I'm still playing Trey Lance. So you got to play him. It don't matter how good Arizona defense is. You got to play Trey Lance because that dual threat, you can't really stop it. But guys, let's get these likes up. We got 21 people in the room. Let's get 21 likes, guys. Let's go. Appreciate it. These two said, Ertz, he said, forget Tanya. He said he don't want no Tanya. And I think he talking about both of them. I feel you. I like Ertz, but I ain't messing with no Tanya at all. Tanya, whatever his name is. And that's no disrespect to him as a football player. That's just fantasy purposes. Josh says, would you take Keenan Allen or really rest of the season for PPR? Me personally, I'm going with Keenan Allen because of his quarterback. Ryan, I can't trust him every week. Matchup dependent. I think Justin Herbert is matchup proof. So that's why I'm choosing Keenan Allen. And that's why I love Keenan Allen. James says, what's going on, James? He said, if my league is set as the comments reviews all trades in Yahoo, if they don't push the trade through before the process date, does it get canceled or completed? Bro, I don't know. Guys, can y'all answer his question for him? Because I don't play in any Yahoo leagues. I never played in a Yahoo league. So guys, answer his question for him. That's a good question, James. D. Stu says, that's Keenan and Kittle for Adams and Harris. Man, who's the other tight end? If needed a running back, I get it. But dang, Harris is okay, but not great. And Ramondre could get work as the season goes on. I agree. So you got Keenan, Kittle, Adam, and Harris. Yeah, I agree with you. D. Stu. That's why I gave it what I gave it. D. Stu said trade deadline is week 8, so either Ertz is legit part of the team offensive game plan, or he's getting work to showcase for a trade. Either way, he's more dependable than Tunyon. Okay, I see what you're saying, and I agree 100% with him. That's why I like Ertz. Richard Rocket says, what's good, bro? What's good? That's my homie, Richard, showing support to the channel. Gonna be a writer for the channel. D. Stu says, no, never pit Thursday players in the flex. Put them as starters. He's right. D. Stu can play. Listen, D. Stu ran championships, guys. He can play fantasy now. He knows his stuff. Richard Watkins says, I traded Clyde to get Deontay in a PPR Dynasty League. Okay, that's a good trade. That I'm very strong at running back. Okay. So, yeah, your thoughts. My thoughts is, bro, that's good. You knew what you needed. You know that you were strong at running back, so you could give up Clyde. And Clyde really is a guy that you can give up because he's not like an Alvin or nothing. You know, he's not going to be booming. He's not CMC. He struggles from game to game. But I think he's picking up now. But still, I love the trade. I think Deontay Johnson is a target monster. I think Claypool is better, but I can't deny Deontay Johnson route running and his targets. He gets them. So I'm not going to be disingenuous to that, even though I like Claypool better. These two says, have Bateman stashed on IR in so many leagues. Can't wait maybe a week or two to accumulate, but he's going to get a wide receiver over Hollywood sooner rather than later. He's right, guys. Bateman is the number 1 on this team. You just going to have to give him time. But still, even with Bateman coming in, Hollywood's still going to be a great wide receiver too. So, guys, let me go up. Just Dave said, he's just a floater RB for me. I already have Cook and James Robinson. Cook Cup, Michael Thomas, okay, Crowder, or my other receivers, and I had Gesicki and Schultz on the bench. Okay, I get you, bro. See, I didn't know that. I didn't see. Sometimes that's why I like guys to subscribe to my OnlyFans because I have more context clues. So I get it, bro. Second take says I got Bateman as my R and my leads. Yes, because Bateman, I'm telling you, he's gonna be booming later on this season. You better have a part of him. D. Stu says Danny Dimes has never met a football he doesn't like to turn over. And Sunday, he's going to be on his ass looking up at Parsons and Gregory all day. Probably. Yep. I know they're going to have at least 1 or 2 sacks, but how much, I don't know. They might change up the game plan and get the ball out quick. I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe they use Kadarius Toney and get the ball out quick. So, but I get it. You're right. Danny Dimes turns the ball over a lot, but I think he's going to get better with that. He better, or if you want to be a backup. Richard Watkins says, click that like button, guys. Wipe your feet at the door. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get these likes up, guys. We got 22 likes. We need 8 more. Jack, what's going on, Jack Bowles? That's my homie. He said, should I still hold on to Elijah Mitchell? Yes, you should. Yep. Great question. Matt, what's going on, bro? He said, what's going on, bro? He says, good call on holding on to Madison for 1 more week. Yep. Cook didn't practice today, bro. Yes. I'm telling you, listen, man, don't drop Madison. I said what I said, bro. Do not drop Madison because Cook is not going to be healthy for the rest of the season. He might be healthy for 2 weeks and then something else happens. So you hold on to Madison. Matt says, Tyler Higbee or Dalton Schultz moving forward. I got to say Tyler Higbee. And the reason why I say that because the offense, I just feel like there's a lot of targets for Dalton to get his, like there's a lot of other guys that's getting targets. Higbee, he's the 3rd guy in line. So I'm going to say Higbee. Big Con, what's going on, bro? He said, your thoughts on LaVisca. I think you can pick up LaVisca. I think he's ready to play since DJ Chark went out. DJ Chark, do-do-do-do-do. DJ Chark, do-do-do-do-do. DJ Chark, do-do-do-do-do. DJ Chark, he's gone. So LaViscus is the play now. So I like picking up LaViscus. And guys, when you have a kid, you know that song. D. Stu says, I like Ertz. Okay, what's Patunian? Okay, I get it. Yep, I like Ertz too, bro. I thought that's what you meant. D. Stu says, if it's not rejected, Vito, I assume on process day the trade goes through. Okay, so he's answered that Yahoo question. He says, if it's not rejected, Vito, I assume on process day the trade goes through. Okay, so I don't know anything about that, bro, but I think D. Stu, my man D. Stu helping you out. Thank you, D. Stu. 100, bro. Matt says, no, I'm guessing the trade will go through at James. Okay, yep, thank you, Matt. Thank you. Matt says the reason you put Thursday players in the starting position is because you can play running back or wide receiver at the flex. Yep, in case something goes down. My homie, the one and only Sean Bonds. He said, what's good, bro? What's good? That's my homie right there, guys. These two says solid point in Bateman. Hollywood wide receiver 1. Wide receiver 1B. Yes, with both out there should help the passing offense as a whole. I make life easier on both guys, but Bateman greater than Hollywood rest of the season after his first game or 2. 100%. He's right, guys. So don't be thinking that Marquise Brown value going to fall off. No. Marquise might finish higher in fantasy because he's been playing. He hasn't been out. But when Bateman comes in and gets going, he's going to be the number 1. But Marquise Brown's still going to be solid too. So what I'm really telling you, go get Lamar Jackson. I said what I said. Go get Lamar Jackson. He's going to be booming. That pass game is going to be nice. I said what I said, guys. Matt says, you like the Saints defense versus Washington this week? No. I mean, if you got to stream them and you got to do that, that's fine. But Washington, they got some weapons. They're going to put some points up. So I'm going to say no. Joey, what's going on, Joey? Subscribe to the channel if you're new, bro. If you're not, if you already subscribed, I appreciate you being here, bro. Cutting edge content. But Joey says, need 2 wide receivers for this week. I got Boyd, Marvin Jones, Robert Woods, Courtland Sutton, Laviska Shenault. Shenault. Courtland Sutton, man. I'm going to say Courtland Sutton. The reason why, because Drew Lock likes Courtland Sutton. He can get the ball to Courtland Sutton. That's one reason. But Laviska's Shenault all day long. But another guy I can say I like is Robert Woods. But I'm not going to tell you to play Robert Woods over Courtland Sutton. So I'm going to say Sutton and Shenault. But it's edgy. But like I said, this is cutting edge content. I'm edgy. Okay. D-Stu said, at Matt, yes, flex, you can play RB wide receiver, tight end, or super flex can play a quarterback as well. You put Thursday night players in starting spots and keep that flex free. Yep. Always put players that play last in the flex. He's right, guys, because something can happen. And you might have to put a tight end. You might have to play 3 tight ends and put 2 tight ends in the flex because somebody caught COVID or something. But if you didn't do that, you got to put, if your wide receiver catch COVID, you got to put a wide receiver there. Then you got all these players on your bench. You can't start them because you need a wide receiver to go in that spot. So D-Stu is right. Great comment, D-Stu. I appreciate all these comments, guys. Y'all help me out so much. I'm telling you, I don't know everything, but as a community, we got this. We know everything. So, guys, that's a great comment, D-Stu. Tua, Baby Shark, yes. DJ Chark, do-do-do-do-do-do. DJ Chark, do-do-do-do-do-do. DJ Chark, do-do-do-do-do-do. DJ Chark. Oh, buddy. What's going on, Ja? Hey, I'm sorry if I'm killing your name, man, but I'm glad to see you here, bro. Subscribe to this channel if you're new, man. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Guys, and we need 6 more likes to get to 30. Let's get to 30. But I'm glad to see you here, bro. This is cutting edge content. We're a great family, fantasy football family here, bro. But Ja says, not Ja. Yes, I guess I'm gonna call you Jay. Jay says, would you trade Mixon, Godwin, and Damien Harris for CMC? Yes, I would. I do that now. Go do it now, bro. Don't wait. Go do that now. Go do that now. I'm telling you, that's a great trade. What's going on, Max? He said, what's up, TD? Sorry I'm late. What do you think about Cordell Patterson? Okay, so Cordell Patterson, you got to keep squeezing that lemon. Squeeze it for everything it's worth. Now, if you can trade for like Alvin Kamara or something like that, then do it. But if you can't get Alvin Kamara, you can't get Antonio Gibson, you can't get nobody's elite, you play him, you play him in the flex, you play him at the receiver, wherever you need to play him, and you ride this out, bro. Because Cordell, he balling. So I would say turn him for something bigger, but if you can't get nothing bigger, then I would just hold on to him and squeeze that lemon till all the juice runs out of it. And maybe the juice don't run out. Who knows? I said what I said. Maybe the juice don't run out. Big Con says, Sean Payton keeps flipping between Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill when he should just let Winston cook. I disagree with you, Con. I like Taysom because I'm not saying Taysom can throw the ball on Jameis level because he can't. But just like rookie quarterbacks, they have good legs. Sometimes that you win more games with a quarterback that's mobile than you can a guy that has a good arm. Sometimes your team ain't set up to play with a quarterback from the pocket. So I believe Taysom is better for this team like right now and in the long run, unless they get a killer like an Aaron Rodgers or somebody like that. So, bro, I disagree with you with saying that they should let Winston cook. I think Taysom should be cooking. That's just my opinion. Tua says, should I trade Waller for CEH and Pitts? Should I trade Waller for CEH and Pitts? If you need a running back, really, no, bro, I can't tell you to trade. Waller's the number 2 tight end, bro. Don't do that. That's getting too cute. I'm saying no, don't do that trade. Even though I like Pitts later on in the season, I can't do that. I can't tell you to do that. Ja says, would you trade away really and Kamara for Najee and Devontae? Hell yeah. Yes, I would do that. I would get rid of Ridley and Kamara for Najee and Devontae. And the only reason why I'm telling you to get rid of Kamara because Najee is Najee. Najee is a monster. Najee is getting more catches. He is Alvin Kamara right now. I said what I said. Najee is Alvin Kamara. Go trade for Najee if you can. But Devontae too, bro, you killing it. Go do that. That's an A trade. I'm gonna grade that with an A, bro. Julius, what's going on, Julius? Subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you already, I apologize, Julius, if I forgot. But bro, cutting edge content. Let's get these likes up, guys. Appreciate you being here, Julius. Julius says, my man, I'm trying to fit my flex spot. Chenault, Christian Kirk, or Renfro. Bro, I like Renfro and I like Chenault. But I'm going to go Chenault. Let's go. I'm going to go with Chenault, bro. Matt L says, I got to head out. Hey, appreciate it, bro. You tune in every time, bro. I appreciate you. I really do, Matt. Have a good night, bro. Sean Bonds, he said, did they back up? Tight end. Jonnu, Juwan Johnson, Max Williams, Henry, Mo Cox, or Arnold. Thanks, bro. You need a backup. I'm going to tell you to go with Dan Arnold. I'm going to tell you to go with Dan Arnold for a backup right now. Because we know what Jonnu is, I know what Juwan Johnson is, and Max Williams is just a streamer. When you don't got no other tight end to go to, and you want to take a shot on the tight end, you go with the high-powered offense, and he's in a high-powered offense. Henry and Jonnu, they eating each other up, so I got nothing to say about them. But Mo Cox, I like Mo Cox, but it's too early for me to tell you to go pick him up as a second tight end over Dan Arnold. Dan Arnold's paid more than Cox, so he's gonna be implementing the game plan before Cox. But I think Cox, if he shows something this week, he's a tight end going forward because he's 6'8", and around the green zone, you can't stop it if you catch it. So I'm going to say Dan Arnold, bro. Matt S says, bye, guys. Thanks, TD. Anytime, bro. You be safe, bro. He says, peace, guys. 8K, what's going on, 8K? What's going on, bro? Hey, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's get these likes up, guys. Let's get these 30 likes. But AK says, hey, man, are you worried about Kamara for the rest of the season? Should I trade him for Dalvin Cook? No. Don't mess with Dalvin Cook is off the radar. Forget Dalvin Cook. He's done for the season. Because for his value, you don't want that. Unless you could trade him for like a 90 Hines. You could trade 90 Hines for Dalvin Cook. Yeah, do it. But let me see. Kamara, you can go and trade him for something else, man. Like for two boom players, like Jonathan Taylor and Antonio Gibson, something like that, bro. Other than that, you hold on to Kamara. You always trade up, not down or not level. You know what I'm saying? Always trade up. And when you trade up, you can throw in players that, yeah, they may be on a downtrend, but you know they're going to go up, but they're still trading up. Don't trade players that you got Alvin Kamara and you want to trade, and Dalvin Cook is trading down at this point in time because he's hurt. Alvin Kamara ain't been hurt, so that's trading down. Second Take says 6 more subs to 900. Okay, bro. Let's go. Yep, I can't wait. Also, 5 more likes to 30. Yes, it is. And we at 30 now. Guys. So thank you, guys. We did it. Let's go. Russ, Second Take says Russ or Trey Lance this week. Well, you know how I feel about those questions when you got two good guys. You got to go Russ. I can't sit no Russ for Trey Lance unless Russ was playing against a defense that had been allowing people for 13 points and stuff like that, like a screen killer defense that nobody can do nothing, or DK is out and Tyler Lockett's out. Other than that, bro, you playing Russ over Trey Lance. Now, if you want to do that, I'm not going to knock you because you can fit. Y'all do that. Y'all tell me about stories that y'all did that and it hit all the time. But I'm never going to tell nobody to sit a top 12 quarterback for a rookie just coming in, even if it's Trey Lance. So I'm going to say Russ. What's going on, Eli? Glad to see you, Eli. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, bro. Cutting edge content. I also subscribe to my OnlyFans. There, guys, I do my stars and sits, and it's more visual. You can actually see the guys that I mentioned. But, yeah, guys, so before I got to mention the rest of these stars and sits, too, before I get out of here. But, yeah, so Eli says, Marquise Brown or Chuba Herbert, week 5, half PPR. Half PPR, Bruh, it don't feel good, but I'm going to tell you to play the running back. If Chuba Hubbard is the starting running back, if CMC don't play, I'm going to say Chuba. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. Marquise Brown is a boomer. If it was full PPR, I would say Marquise. But Chuba can have falling touchdowns, man. And I like Chuba. I think Chuba can get some work. So this is do one more week of Chuba. That's just my opinion. We're going to do one more week of Chuba. So, guys, let me go and I'm going to read out this last list that I have that I got to do for my starts and sits. So, Saints and Washington. Start with the Saints. Taysom Hill or Jameis Winston. If you got him, you got to start him. I said Taysom Hill. Yes, I said it. Taysom Hill. I'm going to start Taysom Hill at my super flex this week, unless something else happens and I have another quarterback that's a starter. But so yeah, I actually like Taysom Hill over Jameis because Jameis is not scoring enough to be a starting quarterback. But if you can get 17, 18 points out of Taysom, that's wonderful. Because he's not starting. So super flex league, I like Taysom Hill if you got boomers all over your team. Alvin Kamara and Marquez Callaway. Them the only guys I can tell y'all to start. So Taysom Hill, Alvin Kamara, Marquez Callaway. I know that's edgy saying Taysom Hill, but hold me accountable. If I'm wrong, hey, I'm willing to take it. Okay, so for the Washington Tide, Taylor Heinicke all day, Antonio Gibson, Terry McLaurin, and as an asterisk, if you need to, you can play J.D. McKissic. If you need to. Okay, so Titans and Jags. For the Titans, Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry, Julio Jones, A.J. Brown, if they play. If they don't play, then the only people that you can play, I wouldn't even play Tannehill if Julio and A.J. don't play again. So, only person you really can count on is Derrick Henry. But if Julio or AJ, if any one of those play, you play Tannehill. All right, let's go to the Jags. Trevor Lawrence, James Robinson, LaViscus, Marvin Jones, and yes, Dan Arnold. Yes. And let's go to the Dolphins and Tampa Bay game. So for the Dolphins, Jalen Waddle and Gesicki. That's all I can tell you. Nobody else is starter. For the Tampa Bay side, Tom Brady, Leonard Fournette, Antonio Brown, Cameron Brady. And listen, if you got Evans or Godwin, I don't got none of these guys because I'm not playing none of these guys. That's too herky-jerky. But if you got Evans and Godwin, you got to play them. That's why I'm not having them. Because why you going to play these guys? They steal targets from each other. They have bad games. I don't want no part of that. Unless I had them like as a wide receiver 4 or something, you know? So let's go to the Packers and Bengals. For the Packers, Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams, Randall Cobb. For the Bengals, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins if he plays. Only if he plays. No, I'm not playing no Samaje Perine. I said what I said. Okay, Broncos Steelers. For the Broncos, Javonte Williams, Melvin Gordon, Courtland Sutton, Noah Fant. Okay, for the Steelers side, Najee Harris, no Big Ben. I'm not starting Big Ben. Najee Harris, Deontay Johnson, Pat Freiermuth. So, yes, I'm putting Pat in this one. You can play Pat. I like Pat going forward because Ebron is getting faded out. Bears and Raiders. To start with the Bears, Justin Fields. I like Justin Fields this week. Darnell Mooney. I love Darnell Mooney. Damien Williams, if you have to. I'm not starting, but listen, if you pick them up off the waiver wires, then you got to start them. So I'm not going to be disingenuous to people who need running backs. So Damien Williams and Allen Robinson. Yes, you got to start Allen Robinson every week that he's healthy. So let's go to the Raider side. Derek Carr, Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow, and Josh Jacobs. So yes, guys. So those are my starts and sits for week 5, guys. So let me get back to the questions. Second Take says, how much is Waters' usage going up after the Fuller injury? It's gonna be, bro. He's gonna get 10 targets a game. Even with Will Fuller was there, I still feel like he's gonna get 10 targets a game. So I like Water going forward. Charlie, what's going on, Charlie? Charlie said, who do I start this week in PPR? Pick 2. Corey Davis, Pittman, AB, and Evans. So pick 2 in PPR. Corey Davis and AB. Corey Davis and AB. Now, I like AB, but Evans is safe. Evans is the safest PPR, full PPR person out there, other than maybe Cole Beasley. But I think he's more safer than Cole Beasley. So if you want to do AB and Evans, that's fine. But to give you some boom, it's AB and Corey Davis. Second Take says DJ Moore or Scary Terry rest of the season. DJ Moore. Second Take says, bro, when is Gainwell getting the workload? He's getting what he's getting now, but the full workload, will Miles Sanders go down with an injury or he fumble? And I'm not wishing that on nobody, but I think that's coming soon. Max says, I got Alvin, Chubb, Calvin Ridley, Cup, and Cordell starting flex. But I also got on the bench Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, Sterling Shepard, Julio Jones. I can never pick a good flex on point. Okay, also I got on the bench. And Cordell starting at the flex, but I also got on the bench. So who you ask me, who should you start on the flex? Listen, I would say Jamar Chase. I love Jamar Chase. Yeah, because there's no Jari Alexander out there. So I would say Jamar Chase in the flex. Eddie, what's going on, Eddie? Subscribe to the channel if you're new, bro. Glad to see you here. Cutting edge content. But Eddie says Devontae and Miles Sanders for Dalvin Cook and Terry McLaurin. I have Devontae. Don't do it. Not for no Dalvin Cook, man. I don't like Miles. I'm not a big Miles Sanders fan, so I'm okay with you getting rid of him. But not for no Dalvin Cook. I like Terry McLaurin, but I would just rather you be better off trying to get Terry McLaurin with something else. But I'm not trading no Miles Sanders. I'm not trading for Dalvin Cook. And yes, I'm getting rid of Miles Sanders, but I don't want Dalvin Cook, bro. So I'm not down for that trade. Because Dalvin Cook, man, he's going to be injured for you the whole season. He's never going to be, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to be bell cow. 25 carries, 35 points. 30 points, 40 points. I don't think it happens. D. Stu says, at Second Take, extra, Fuller. He said he don't like Fuller. Waddle's going to get more work as the season goes on. He's not reliable just yet. And Tua's coming back. But Waddle is Waddle. Yep. Without or with Fuller. Yep. Could be hot at midseason on. I agree 100%. Hey, these two can play. Guys, I got some very savvy guys that follow my content. I got to give it to them. Okay, let me find this. Matt says Cordell's just begging to start. Yes, you got to start him. You got to start Cordell. Yes, Second Take, we did it. We got 31 likes. Yes, guys, 31 likes. Appreciate it, guys. Matt says you called Cordell Patterson way early. Also, props to you. I picked him up. He's a key part in Falcons offense, rushing and catching. Yep. In a PPR, he's a for sure 13 points, a solid game. Yes, I agree 100%. Silver Rapture, what's up, B? What's up, bro? Eddie says, I'm 3-1 in my league, by the way. Okay. You killing it. D2 says, find a way to play both DJ Moore and Scary Terry. You have one hell of a team. If you can bench one Second Take extra, but is Scary Terry greater than DJ Moore rest of the season, especially with CMC coming back? He said he's scared. He thinks Scary Terry. I don't think so. I think DJ Moore is going to be a top 3, top 5 receiver. I really think that these two, but I could be wrong. I'm just not trusting Heinicke all the way yet. But if Heinicke show me he can stay like this for the rest of the season, then maybe you're right. But I'm gonna say DJ Moore. So we agree to disagree with that. That's a good take though, these two. And these two said, and Gainwell already getting work. Yeah, Gainwell is a monster. I gotta go get Gainwell back in the league that I traded. I was trying to do too much at that point in time. Silver Raptor says, start 2, Jacoby Myers versus Houston, Beasley versus Kansas City, Higgins versus Green Bay, or Crowder versus Atlanta, 4 PPR. I'm going to say Jacoby Myers in 4 PPR. Yep, I got to go Jacoby Myers. Second Take says, is it too early, but Jones, Barkley, and Zeke are questionable? Yeah, they fine. Only reason why Barkley, he had a season-ending injury last year, so he's going to have that every beginning of the week. Zeke, that's something else. That's why I'm telling people, go Pollard. I mean, Zeke might not get the same workload because he's talking about it's a knee. So his knee he might got knee tendonitis. These two said Myers versus Houston, Crowder versus Atlanta. If you risky and want to play with T. Higgins, isn't healthy yet, is it? No. It's risky to play T. Higgins. That's what he's saying. If he is the answer, yes. So I actually say Myers. I like Myers and Crowder. Those two over those guys this week, just for this week. Silver Raptor said, thanks. Anytime, bro. These two said all three getting veteran rest. No biggie. Yep. That's all, guys. Just veteran rest. Well, Zeke they talking about Zeke knee, so that scares me. But he's still playing. Second take said you got one buy low target and one sell high. One buy low target. Buy low target. Buy low. Justin Fields. Justin Fields is a buy low. Darnell Mooney, he might not be, but I think he is. Allen Robinson. So I'm gonna stop with that. Allen Robinson is a great buy low target right now. Sell high. Sell. Who's a good sell high guy? Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is a sell high guy, and Allen Robinson is a buy low guy. Second take said also thoughts on the Cowboys cutting Jaden Smith. These two knew a lot about this. I think he got mad, man, the way they was using him, something like that, and they let him go. Also, because they wanted him to change the clause in his contract if he gets hurt that he can't get $10 million, and he wouldn't change it, and I don't blame him. I wouldn't have changed it either. So they cut him, and because they got Keanu Neal. They got Michael Parsons. They got the Wolf Hunter playing good. The linebackers are playing good. They don't really need Jalen. So they moved on from him. I'm not really upset. Jalen didn't play good last year, but it wasn't the right scheme for him. So I was expecting this coming in the offseason, but it didn't happen. So they just did it now. These two said, yes, Higgins should be back if that holds and he plays fire. Yeah. And fire him up. Okay. And fire him up. Fire him up. Yep. If he plays. These two said, yep, at Silver Raptor. And Matt Galloway, the lone boner himself. He said, great takes on stars and six, bro. 100, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. These two says Jalen was allegedly running his mouth in the locker room. Would waive the 2000. He wouldn't waive the 2022 injury guarantee clause, and we don't need him with Neal coming back. We save $9.2 million next year, and anything he makes this year. Yeah, so that's why they did it, bro. All right, guys, I'm gonna get to the last couple questions, and I'm gonna get out of here, guys. From another team, we don't have to pay him. Yep. AJ Green or Christian Kirk rest of the season. AJ Green. AJ. AK says, what are your thoughts on Amore Cooper? I'm not playing him. He's hurt right now, but when he comes back and he starts, you got to play him. But right now he's hurt. So the Dallas Cowboys, they still gonna be fine. They're just gonna let him nurse his injury. He said, think Cowboys pass more and when he gets healthy, or do you think he is a sale? I will hold on to him because I don't think you're going to get the value that you need to get from him. So if he comes back and he booms a couple games and you want to get rid of him because maybe you don't feel like the value is there for the pass targets, then you move on. But right now, I think you just hold on to him. D. Stu says, I wish Jalen well, but by Felicia, it's a youth movement led by Michael Parsons. Here and now, how about them Cowboys? Yes, sir. Michael Parsons beast. That's the next. Who is he? Remind me of. Yeah, he's the next phenom. I'm telling you, the boy. He can rush the passer. He can play middle linebacker. Yeah, he's a female. LT. Not LaDainian Tomlinson. I don't know. I'm getting a brain freeze right now, guys. But yeah, he's a phenom. Second Take says, I said what I said. Daniel Jones is a top 6 quarterback this week. Hey, he might be. He might be. I ain't going to knock you for that. Eddie says, thanks, brother. Anytime, bro. At Second Take, that's cute, but no, he won't even be a top 12. Can't be throwing a G from his back. He can't be throwing from his back. That's what he's saying. These two said, at Nucleus, AJ Green, safe, consistent, greater than Kurt Boom. Yes, I agree. These two says, it's a good problem to have, but Heineke locks in on Scary Terry. Yep. When CIC is back, the offense runs through him. I do like DJ Moore. He talking about, I don't know who you mean, who CIC. I think I know who you're talking about, though. Runs through him. I do like DJ Moore a lot, though. Max says you got to love Jacoby. Love Jacoby. You got a love Jacoby and Myers. Okay, guys, so I got to do it. You got to love Jacoby and Myers. The man's an undrafted free agent. Yep. He grind all the way in the wide receiver spot for the New England. Yes, and you know, New England will cut you. They cut a lot of guys that they drafted. So why would why wouldn't they cut an undrafted guy? Because he's good. Jacoby can play. Yep, Jacoby Myers. Yep, anytime, Silver, anytime. Okay, he said, yeah, when CMC back, y'all forgive me, the fine blend of fat thumbs and auto incorrect known as fluid language is strong today. You good, bro. You good. These two said, James Robinson sell high if you can for an RB or wide receiver upgrade before the team implodes with Maya bullshit. I don't think that happens. I like James Robinson, but I get what you're saying, these two. So I'm going to disagree with you a little bit. I like James Robinson. If you got James Robinson, I'm going to squeeze it. I'm going to play him for everything you got because they know they got to run the ball. And James Robinson can play on a trash team because he played on a trash team last year and showed you how good he was. So it doesn't matter if they implode or not. I think James Robinson going to get 20 carries or 20 touches a game automatically for the rest of the season. Urban's humble now. After he got caught dancing, he's humble now. So he's going to give it to James. Yeah, Second Take said, I got to go. I appreciate it. Thank you, bro. Thank you. So, guys, thank you for tuning in to Fantasy Good Sports. Guys, we got to 31 likes. Guys, that's what I'm talking about. 31 likes, guys. And, guys, I'm gonna try to go live tomorrow before the game. So we can just, any questions and answers or stars and six questions that you have, we can do it again tomorrow, guys. So thank you, guys. Y'all have a blessed day. And I'm going to go out with the countdown and my intro, guys.